It's a pivotal weekend on the Race for 8 Professional Handball Tour as the World Players of Handball have taken the trek to the Bay Area for another exciting weekend. Handball players from Canada, Mexico, Ireland, and the United States are gathering points and with a couple stops left in the season have circled San Francisco and the Olympic Club on their calendars. It's moving week as the race for the top 8 spots in the rankings heat up. With the World Players of Handball and ESPN3. Back in San Francisco for the WPH Race for 8. My name is Dave Vincent alongside Marco Chavez. It's the women's semifinals. Ciana Karine going up against Aisling Reilly for this much anticipated women's semifinal of the bottom bracket at the Olympic Club. And boy, Marcos, a lot of people are looking forward to this one because these two players don't match up a lot, even though they're both from Ireland. Ciana living now in the United States, going to college in Minnesota, but they just didn't play a lot when they were in Ireland. So we're about to start the second folks from Ireland watching this to want to see what the outcome is going to be.
Yeah, this is like probably one of those first-time matches that hasn't happened in a while, and probably pretty exciting for the Ireland fans to watch this one.
National champion Ciana Churraoin. We're playing best 2 out of 3 games, all to 15, win by 2.
Referee says Ciana's name wrong, and Aisling looks back and kind of has a little chuckle, like, well, there it is.
Well,
point. That's what Aisling does. First serve, crack point, 1-0. Best 2 out of 3 to 15. Breaker also to 15. Win by 2. That ball.
I didn't think that was going to make it.
Was not going to make it, and that's a point. Good call from our ref.
2-0.
Aisling Reilly won 2 consecutive World Championship titles.
Point.
We saw her win one in 2009 and then 2012 and then 15. In 2018, she lost.
Did she play a lot in on the Women's Pro Tour in the States? I don't really, I mean, all these years of playing, I didn't really get to see her play. And every once in a while, I'd see her pop up around and knowing that she was the best player around.
Well, she was just too young, really, at the time when that tour would happen. That ball was short. She was too young, and then she hadn't come over to many tour stops. I mean, it's really cool to see her in this one, I'll tell you that.
It is.
Side out.
She's so cool, too. One of the best personalities. One of my faves.
0-4.
Isn't it strange about the women's game, and I bring this up a lot, but these women players all have amazing personalities. Like some of your favorite people to hang around with, between Katrina Casey and Ciana, Aisling.
Yeah, they're easy to get along with. They're always joking, smiling, and it's easy to get along with it. And that makes things easier when you're a man going up to say hi to them. And don't want to feel like a creep.
Side out.
Well, it's the thing about the sport is we idolize the top players.
4-2.
And, you have your favorites. And you watch them on TV, you say, I want, these people are really cool, and then you meet them in person, and they're really nice, and they allow you to talk to them, and they're actually idols of yours. I talk to these girls, and they say, oh, yeah, our favorite's Marcos, and you guys never talked,
No.
It works out in a way that, because they're approachable, it allows you to actually share the fact that you love handball.
4-2.
You both, idolize each other, follow each other on social media.
Well, Ciana and Martina, Katrina, girls I would see around the courts, very easy to talk to. And then we would play, maybe singles together before the tournament, things like that. And it's just amazing how good these players are, or how good the women players are.
They really are good.
That underhand whip there gives Reilly a point.
6-2.
And it's good to see Ciana also playing. She was injured for a while, and no one had really seen her because she was, I think something with her knee. And I mean, she's been going through a lot with that. So
2-6.
Now she's out of it and feeling better and playing, on the tour now, which is great. And
But you kind of say the same about Aisling because she had the shoulder surgery, and that's what kept her out for a while. And she still hasn't fully recovered from that yet.
Yeah, I think she went to the Worlds not knowing how she was really going to feel, but she still gave it a go. And
point.
I don't know what she plays, but I thought it might be in the semis.
3-6.
At least the semifinals.
Yeah, she made it to the semis. I believe she played Martina and lost. Meanwhile, it was Ciana losing to Katrina in the semis of that World Championship.
Then that great final.
Look at that shot. I first saw Aisling Reilly play. It was in Belfast.
6-3.
And she was doing an exhibition where she was playing alongside Fiona Shannon, and she defeated Fiona there as a young 17 or 18-year-old.
Screen.
I remember.
And I go, wow, this Aisling Reilly is amazing.
So right now they're playing with what ball?
Red 21.
Red 21. Is it something with the women's committee that they decide to play with that, or?
Yeah.
7-3.
It was a unanimous vote. I do believe there's one player that voted in favor of the men's hardball.
I mean, I've seen Katrina was playing today. She was playing. I mean, the other day she was playing Fink, I believe. With the
3-7
WPH ball.
Saw that. That was before the tournament started, and she actually, I think, lost first game 15-14 against Dave Fink.
Well, that means I'll lose against Katrina.
That was just the first game. After that, I think scores were a little bit more lopsided.
Point.
And another point now for Aisling Reilly, who looks pretty sharp here to start.
8-3.
Oh, she starts it off with an ace serve, and she's just been building points pretty quickly, actually.
These are the shots. Ciana's getting a lot of action as she's in Minnesota now, and it's really hard to get her off the court.
3-8.
She has so much handball to play there.
Point.
Yeah, it's her first year there, correct?
Her first year there, but she only has, I believe, maybe 2 years total to get her degree.
Nice shot. I like those ceilings to the deep left corner.
5-8. Side out.
Yeah, Aisling has a great ceiling shot.
Yeah, she seemed like at the time when we first saw her that she was sort of a Dave Chapman type player, very methodical up to the roof, using the roof as a tool, but then had these stealth shots like this right here where she would go for
side out.
These elite kill shots. And you say, well, she's a full package. Very methodical, and it kind of comes easy, It has tons of leverage. Very easy for her to throw the ball to the ceiling.
I mean, that was a knuckle
8-5.
ceiling shot to the right corner. Right, left and right-handed.
Nice dig there from Ciana.
Nice pass.
Side out. 5-8.
Beautiful shot.
Point. I
mean, she went for that one.
Well, she has a lot of power. Imagine what kind of damage Ciana could do if she was playing three-wall. All that upper body strength.
I wouldn't doubt. Look at that.
She fights that off, able to hit it 1 inch high. When I say fight it off, that's exactly what you have to do way back there like that. That ball was eating her up, and she was still able to direct it in the right spot. No timeout called yet, though, and I'm kind of surprised by that. We're tied at 8.
8-8.
I'm sure she'll probably go to the 3-0 Nationals if she's still around.
That's a good point. Yeah, I think I can't see anybody that could even come close. I mean, you remember that year in Venice Beach, she came out and played, even though she lost in the finals.
Short.
Her first ever match on a 3-wall court with a small ball is
Second
against
serve.
the greatest outdoor player of all time, Tracy Davis, and she beat her in 2 easy games. She ends up losing in a very close tiebreaker to Katrina Casey, who also never played before. And that was a tough group. Some very good players in that tournament. That was X-Fest.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah.
That's not easy, you know.
Just being outside is hard.
Yeah, and that balance is just completely different. The speed and
the spectators watching you. There's a lot of factors there.
Yeah, that was huge. That tournament.
Side out. Eight, 9.
And then after the girls, they get together and they go eat together.
Yeah, they're all friends.
They're all
like,
friends.
how does that happen? Here, there's almost fist fights before matches. Now, you guys are actually a pretty good group. It's the best group there's been, I think, when it comes to that. You're all pretty
9,
close.
8.
I think you're the reason
Short.
for a lot of that, Marcos, because you.
Second serve.
The guys look up to you. The young guys look up to you, and you have friends that all over, and it's funny. You bridge the gap between some of the older guys like an Emmett and a Sean Lenning, and is not older, but he's been around for so long. He's a veteran.
Yeah.
You bridge that gap, but then the new guys that come up, the Danny Cordovas and
8, 9.
those guys, the Luis Cordovas, they're also big friends with you as well.
Yeah, they're great guys.
Not sure if the young Irish guys like you much because you've been beating on them, but
for now
they'll like you eventually.
I mean, handball's fun. Just you come to the courts and you seen people that you've seen for like the last 25 years.
9, 9.
Well, I had been playing on the tour and stuff, so it's really cool. It's easy. It just comes natural. Like you just
look at that get right there. Are you kidding me? That's so hard to do from that angle.
I mean, that just take power,
Timeout, Ciana, you're first.
Ciana
1
taking
minute.
that timeout. We had Ciana with us, but we'll do that interview in a minute.
Yeah, 9-9 now. That was a great comeback. She was down maybe by 5 points.
We had Ciana with Kara earlier, and she shares a bit about her background with Aisling, strategy going into this match. This is what she had to say. Listen to this, Marcos. Here's what she said, Marcos.
Yeah, just the way the draws have always worked. We haven't really met up in tournaments, but we did play their 2016 Irish Nationals in the semi-final, and it went to a tiebreaker. And I was quite surprised at the time to take it to a tiebreaker. So, but I'm looking forward to tomorrow because, like you said, we haven't really played much. So, looking forward to it. Obviously, Aisling is a few years older than me, so even when I was growing up, she'd be one of the people you'd be looking up to and watching her play throughout the years. I guess I know she's very good offensively, so just to try to keep her out of the front of the court and just play my own game as best I can really will be what I'll be focusing on.
Keeping her out of the front of the court and then playing her own game. I've seen some of that here, but when you're playing
9,
somebody
9.
that's really good, they're also keeping you out of the front court. So you can't really direct as much as you want. I guess, playing your own game is the only thing you can do when you get against somebody that's won multiple world championships.
Left. That's a great left shot. That back wall.
10, 9.
She kind of cuffed herself, but
Short.
she figured it out how to get it in there.
That's the amazing
Second
part,
serve.
how you guys can make these adjustments, just on the last second. Say, well, I played that ball wrong, but I still am able to kill it from this angle,
Point.
Who was doing that a lot today was Eric Torres.
11-9.
I'm very amazed on how he's playing.
Is he in this tournament?
Oh, he was, but, he was in
Side out.
Hawaii for about a week
9, 11.
before the tournament. Well, she's just making some
Side
errors
out.
right here. Aisling.
11, 9. That's See,
Wow.
Dave thinks it's the best shot he's ever seen. That actually is a very difficult shot from back
12-9.
there.
And with that left again, that's her second left corner, kill shot.
But she almost did like a modified Irish whip to make that happen, which is just more timing involved. I like those ceiling shots, though. Look how tough that is.
That one's tough.
I was going to say holy Moses, but I'm not sure if you can do that on ESPN.
Yeah, Reilly needs to really regroup here. Look at that serve.
Point.
It gets you frustrated when you
10-12.
make a mistake like that back wall kill shot, which I think was just a brilliant shot from Aisling. And see, here's another one. Wow, good return.
Look at that's tough. That corner.
Side out. 12-10.
Ciana just flipping that ball right down that left wall on that ceiling shot.
What happened there?
Point.
She's going to do a little quick punch fist, and she just swung and missed. You don't see that often.
Yeah, she's probably trying to compensate and try to
13-10.
do something different. She should have just went for her natural ceiling.
You know, when a player hurries a shot, stuff like that happens, and that's a good example. That's another one of those hurries. You see your opponent barreling in, so you decide to try to hit it quicker. It doesn't work that way. You can't hurry the ball there.
There's a little bit of a miss right there with her left. Oh, so close.
Side out.
Try to paddle that one in.
13-10. Short. Peels the serve.
I saw it short.
One agrees. One disagrees. I stick with my call. Second serve.
Look at that.
Side out.
I'm telling you, you already know this. That's a very difficult shot
That
to
is
execute.
hard, yeah.
I mean, because you're threading a needle there, and
she's
yet she's
10-13.
going for it.
And then over the top, too, just to
Short.
Yeah.
put a little wrinkle to make it die out.
I mean, it's just years and years of practicing that revolving door, but she's actually going for that shot. It's not like she's trying to hit it any other place.
Serve.
Now, we've seen her go for that and miss a little high, but that's what it looks like when you make it. She tried to go over the top of that and just broke over it too much.
There you
Point.
go. She had that second try. She wasn't going to let that one go.
11-13.
No,
Side out.
I was going to say, you're going to get that back.
I thought she
I'm
was
putting
gonna
the headphones
flip it.
down.
I thought she was going to flip it to the back wall.
I didn't know. Right when she turned her body at the end, I'm like, are you kidding me? She's going to try to flip that
13-11.
before it gets to the back wall? You just about almost had me walk off this set if she got that back.
Side out.
Oh, she's missing some critical ones right here, Ciana.
11-13.
But she is going for it,
Yeah.
which is good to see.
Yeah, it's the right shot.
Oh,
Left-handed.
Side out.
that's tough. It's not exactly what she was aiming for, but it's exactly what happened.
13-11. Short.
Short ball, yeah. Good
Heels.
call.
Oh, that was really short.
Both agree. Second serve. Point.
Ashley not looking back there. I think she
Yeah.
could have got herself in a better position. But she was on the red
14-11.
carpet and just a little late. This is game point here for Ciana.
Punch, nice punch. Oh,
Look at that.
wow.
Game.
Are you
4
kidding
minutes.
me? One heck of a shot there from Ciana, who takes down Aisling Reilly 15-11 in game number 1. This is the women's semifinals. We're at the race for 8 in San Francisco. I don't know if Chris wants to do this or not as we look at this instant replay here of that handshake. Not sure why, but that was cool handshake, you know. They're friends. Kara was able to catch up with Aisling as she shares what she wants to do in this match against Ciana. I think we should go to that clip if we can, Chris.
Yeah, I'm just going to make sure I get my first serves in, just put the pressure on from the get-go, and just go for shots and, just keep the pressure on. But I think when I came here, I'm just kind of coming. I did initially think I was coming here for fun. I'm really enjoying playing handball at the minute, so the losses aren't as tough as they used to be. But at the same time, I think I can, put up a good show, and I'm playing decent. So, I hope that I can play some of my best handball, and hopefully come close at least.
It's a good philosophy. Really kind of came here on a vacation in a way. I contacted her about a month ago, and she said, I'm not really planning on coming. Mm-hmm. I said, well, what can we do to get you here? I mean, you want to go to Alcatraz? What do you? I'll take care of the ticket. She said, let me just ask work, and I'll get back to you. And then all of a sudden, like a couple weeks later, yeah, coming.
Oh, there you go.
It was that easy. It was like, are you kidding me? I was a long shot. I didn't think one of the greatest players of all time would actually be coming to the tournament, and we got her.
But it's nice to know that she's having fun, like she says now. She's like, I'm having fun playing, when before it was just hard for me. And, she maybe was at that one spot, and she was always just trying to defend it. And, now maybe she sees it differently, kind of. It's nice to see that, though, that she's wanting to play.
And you've kind of gone through that as well with your game, because I know for a long time, you took it serious at the beginning, and then you took some time away from the sport, then you came back again, took it serious, and then now it's sort of like, hey, I'll take it serious and also kind of reflect while I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I think. Because I've seen a change in you as well. There's times
that.
when you get really focused, but other times I've seen you, like say the little things are what life is about, and you focus on those as well.
Yeah, I struggle a little bit. I get here, I want to win my first round, and then that second round, which would be a round of 8, I want to get to that semis now, but when I don't make it, and then I got to play in, for 5th, that's kind of a bummer. Sometimes I'm not in it 100% like today, but it's up and downs for me too, but I enjoy that first round and that second round, like going in,
Mm-hmm.
It's the playing in the 5ths and 9ths and things like that kind of like, I shouldn't be here. I should be like.
Yeah, still playing in the real round.
But in reality, I am, I'm 45 and I'm reaching for something that's probably not reachable, but I'm not going to give up.
I really enjoyed watching you play. We're listening to top 8 elite pro Marcos Chavez, who made it to the quarterfinals before losing, and then you were, I guess you would say you're probably, 7th, tied for 7th and 8th position? You're 7th?
Yeah, right now I'm 8, so yeah, I'm pretty, I don't know what's going to happen because with points and stuff, but I'm really close to, pushing that in that 7th spot. So we'll see what happens. Emmett didn't play lost the first round, and he didn't play in.
So he takes 16.
Yeah. Ciana to serve in game 2.
And you would be taking tied for 7th.
0-0.
Yeah, and then there's also what points are lost from the last pro stop of last year.
Some wicked math involved.
Yeah, so.
But I said earlier in your match, because it was cool to
0-0.
see you change your philosophy when you're playing Daniel Cordova. Right? It was Daniel.
Yeah, it was Daniel.
And you changed your philosophy, and you discovered something, and the 28-year-old you wishes that that he was in the 44-year-old you's body.
Yeah.
Because the mind now is so much better than it was when you're 28.
0-0.
And you're like, hey, I might not have tried that when I was 28. It might have been more of the insanity thing.
Would have kept the hard serve going or something.
Yeah.
Well, we're in the second game here. Ciana's playing really good right now. Her left is off the back wall, and nice kill shots. And
wow, that's beautiful, right?
On her knee.
Well, she wanted to make sure that ball stayed low.
0-0.
Like she said, she has to get her first serve in. She hasn't really been getting it in.
Wow, you don't see a lot of players go to the back wall like that.
Like that, on her knees again.
On
she
the
gets
first,
really low.
on the serve.
Oh, wow, that
Yeeks.
power.
Side out.
There's our number 1.
0-0.
Trina. Looking on to see if she's going to play in the finals. Well, actually, she still has to. Actually, no, she's in the finals now.
Yep.
Point.
Oh, that back wall. Yeah, she's.
You see Ciana really stepping up her game here. I believe it's 1-0 now.
1-0. Short. Second serve.
Look at that left.
Side out.
These girls' left is
I'm
wicked.
telling you. Yeah, it's just unbelievable.
0-1.
I can't even do that. I got to use like a fist punch.
You have
Short.
to move your feet in right position and everything.
Second serve.
Tried to go for it.
Yeah.
She tried to hit that 2-wall pass, just missed the sidewall.
Yeah, she should have
Side
just
out.
went for the kill, you know. Most of the
1-0.
women's don't really die for like the kill shot, so.
I like that. I know that was more defensive,
Point.
but I still like that little just pop to the roof really quick.
2-0.
Oh yeah, it gets her out of trouble, and then she gets to set up for the next shot.
Short.
Like,
Second serve.
wow,
Side out.
little half dive there.
0-2.
Well, that's a nice serve. Wow.
Side out.
Well, she's shooting more. She's gonna need.
2-0.
If this goes Ciana's way, this game, she makes it to the final. She's gonna need to shoot a lot with Katrina. You know. You can't rally with Katrina. It's just too dangerous.
Point.
That's a good example right there.
$3-0.
So Reilly, she comes into this tournament not really training for this. You know, she's just
No, just coming into this
So-
tournament for a vacation.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're a little bit more relaxed that way. You know, the conditioning will kind of catch up to you, but
She's missing some easy ones. You know.
Timeout. Ashling, you're first. The score is 4-0. 1 minute.
I'm pretty sure mentally she's trying to put it all together, and because she does not want to lose.
Now
She's
you-
a champion.
you've gone to this tournament a couple times now. You were here in 2015, right?
Yeah.
What do you like about this stop here in San Francisco? I know I think it's more of a different atmosphere, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, no, I like it. I like how the courts are set up here. The court plays very well. It's always nice. I think last time we stayed here, we were playing. We were on the 4th floor here, the same floor as the courts.
Right.
So we would just walk in and out of our hotel room, and we'd be right where the courts were. It was funny, but I mean, the hospitality's been really great. There's always food, and the guys took us out for Chinese food last night, and
Heard that was fun.
then you go out, and they take us out to see some sights. So it's nice for them to care to spend some time with us and take us out. I really enjoyed that. It was very nice.
4-0.
It was also cool to have you out at Alcatraz playing handball out on the yard.
Short.
Yeah, that's probably going to be in my top memories of handball.
Second
That's for
serve.
sure.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Really
I
interesting.
think I got
place,
set up though a little bit though by Fink. He gave me the up and coming John from Lake Forest. But he had Pete as a partner.
Point.
But no, it was great
5-0.
fun. We got some pictures, some memories I have now there forever. So I'm thankful for that. Something I never think I would have done.
No, you probably wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
kid.
Wow.
It makes
She
the
made
front
it.
wall. Yes, but then return kill from Ciana. I don't know how Ciana even thought that would make it. That ball stayed up front like it should, but Ciana was able to.
Look at this. It was like
Yeah.
almost one of those Sean Lenning shots. Re-kill, but hit the sidewall and stuff.
That was a pretty amazing shot. A little flip there.
Reilly's not moving her feet as well right now.
This is where that fatigue kind of gets at you.
Yeah, and Ciana's playing all the time, so.
Side out.
She knows she makes a mistake to calm down.
0-6.
Telling herself.
Oh, she had that stutter step with her feet, her legs. Oh, a little screen there. Ciana throws her hands up, no call from the referee. Reilly hasn't scored yet here in game number 2.
Wow.
Side out.
Seeing a lot of misses on those kill shots. This is where Reilly would say that she just doesn't feel as sharp as she should. It's especially those shots right there at the end.
Are they playing for 3rd and 4th? Is that something that happens
they
here?
will,
With the
yeah.
women's?
Point.
Yep. And another point for Ciana.
Yeah, she's really putting that pressure on. What Reilly wanted to do
7-0.
was, put the pressure on her, and it just seemed to go the other way around right now.
Short.
Well, Reilly likes to hit ceiling shots and engage in these long
Second
rallies
serve.
and wait for you to make a mistake so she can pounce. Well, right now when she pounces, she misses, and all of that ceiling shot stuff is wearing herself down. So she's not striking fast enough.
Side out.
I mean, she gets executes exactly perfect here, but she's not serving and first striking.
0-7.
She used to have the best serve in the tour, and she would get a lot of aces, and she's not getting those easy ones. And here's that first strike, and she gets one by hitting it right back at the feet. And this is what she needs to do, real quick points, because she doesn't have the conditioning for
1-7.
that ceiling game.
And that's just a setup right there.
Point.
And I know
Frustrating.
she's trying to go for
Side
that
out.
down the wall, but
That's frustrating.
7-1.
She's
Yeah,
pointing
see?
over to the right.
Short.
I almost want to hit that camera in the corner.
I'm surprised that hasn't
Second
been hit
serve.
more. I mean, I walked in there and I didn't realize all those cables were in the court. Like, you guys are playing through this. I can't believe it.
Point.
No complaint.
It's funny, as you warm up, you're hitting the camera, I felt bad, so I put a towel there.
And then when you get in the match, no ball
8-1.
hits it.
Oh, I hit it. I hit it, I
One
think,
time,
once,
yeah.
yeah.
There's a screen there, no?
I kind of felt bad. I mean, Chris might get mad at me.
You don't want to see him mad.
No.
It's like Sean Lenning having a conversation with Dave Fink. That's how mad it gets.
And I'm over there trying to set it up, like trying to get it perfect angle. And Linda Manning's like,
Side out.
don't touch it. She's had a smile all weekend. Linda
Until that
Manning.
moment.
Yeah.
1-8.
Everything's great until you touch her camera.
I look at more hospitality coming in. Oh, she wanted that
Side
one.
out.
She
Timeout.
called a
Ciana, you're
timeout.
first. 1 minute.
Ciana taking this time out here. Really quick one, too, right after that was over with. It was almost like she had her mind made up that she was going to call it no matter what. Women's semifinals. Winner's going to face Katrina Casey in the women's final. That's going to be tomorrow at 10:45 a.m. Pacific time, followed by the men's final at 11:45 a.m. We're going to find out who's going to be in the men's final. Killian Carroll and Luis Cordova versus Sean. Again, after that, it'll be Sean Lenning versus Daniel Cordova. So the two Cordova brothers, once again, are going to be opting to go into the finals with each other. I do believe we're going to see at least one.
You think so?
I think we're going to see one.
I mean, Sean is really hungry right now. The way he was playing against Fink.
Yeah, but I don't know if he can get that same anger toward Daniel that he can get toward Fink.
Yeah, he expended a lot of energy, so I know when he does that, it seems kind of like he gets a little winded. See if he has enough for.
He's Sean Lenning. He can do
Yeah.
anything, you know? I mean, he's Superman, really.
Yeah, those big hands, the hooks, the fly kills.
I think he can do whatever he wants. Just however he deals with it in his head is the hard part. Hear that? Look at that.
That's a great get.
That's so hard to do. Follow that ball, track it around like that. Back to the roof.
She goes to the roof and Ciana puts it down.
I like that shot.
Oh, checks
Side
up.
out.
Right.
That's a pretty cool pass shot right there. Has so much
1-8.
spin on it that it hits the ground and then checks in. That ball short? No.
I thought it was short.
Replay. 1-8.
Let's see if she executes this one.
Point.
There you go. She needed that.
She needs quick points without
Yeah.
a lot of
2-8.
rallies, just to conserve energy. If you just tuned in, this is game number 2. First one went to Ciana, 15-11. And it's been all Ciana
Replay.
here in game number 2. That's one of those replays where I know it technically is obviously a replay,
2-8.
but Ciana put herself in such a bad position and gets bailed out because of that, of her own bad decision there. Oh, and I thought she had that.
She's just not putting it down. Look at that one.
Side
That's
out.
how she has to do it. Beautiful shot from Ciana.
Not a good sign when the ball goes to the back wall and doesn't doesn't come out. You know it hit the camera or something.
8-2.
The score is 8-2. Nice.
Side out.
That's a nice fly kill.
2-8.
Oh. Is that avoidable?
You see that look that Ciana gave Dave
Like,
Fink?
She's right in front.
Do you see that
Replay.
look as Ciana was walking back like, are you not going to call this? Or I always like when I hear the referee say,
Point.
well, you could have gone
3-8.
around your opponent, you know, like you could have hit it over to the
around.
left. It's like, why would I hit it to the left? I didn't want to hit it to the left. I want to hit it straight to the front wall, and they're in my way. Why do they always say I call it avoidable if you, I mean,
I like doing that though. Like, so
Point.
a player's in front of me, and then you got the obvious, right corner kill,
and you just
you
hit him.
nail him.
4-8.
But the ref always says, oh, you had the,
Yeah,
he thought you were going to hit it to right.
Yeah, you
It's
had
like,
the whole right
Point.
side, but
Yeah,
then
I
the rule
don't-
book says anyone that's in front of
5-8.
your
right, straight line to the front
Straight-
wall.
yeah, straight line
But they
to-
always say that you have the clear line to the right. It's like, but I didn't want to hit it to the right.
No, yeah, I'm horrible to the right. I'm better straight.
Side out.
It's like, so you want me and the opponent to know that I'm hitting the ball to the right? Because
8-5.
you had a clear line over there. It's kind of weird thinking.
Dave Steinberg, I think.
Nice. Underhand paddle.
Side out.
Reilly has been scoring some points here. I think if you remember, it was 7-0, 8-1. Now it's
Yeah, 5.
5-8. Anything can happen here. Especially Reilly seems to be a little bit more rejuvenated here.
Look at that.
Point.
I like that shot anyway.
I mean, when you hit that side front, it's very hard to get, especially that low.
Yeah, the ball feathers
6-8.
across the front wall, and now you have like a couple, 5 feet more to run upward.
Uh-oh.
Point.
What happened there?
It's a little one wall right there. Short hop.
Ciana thought something completely different was going to happen. I think she thought that
30-second timeout.
Aisling was going to pop it to the roof. And so she went up there and put on the brakes, thinking that she was going to have to run backwards, and instead the ball came down the sidewall. These are smart timeouts. Both players doing the exact same thing, hands on the hips.
I told Daniel you're taking a timeout so you can break my rhythm.
Is that what you said to
I
him?
told him in the court, yeah. He took a 30-second timeout. I said, what are you trying to break the rhythm?
And it did, too. I
It
think
didn't. No, I scored after
Oh, okay.
that.
All right. You were trying to
Time.
break the rhythm of his rhythm
Yeah.
to get back into rhythm again.
Ciana, you'll
I
have
said
one
I needed
full
that
timeout remaining.
old man
Yeah.
timeout. I said, thank
7-8.
you.
7-8 now. 6-point run. 6 straight points now for Aisling Reilly.
Yeah, she was down big.
7-0. She was looking at on the scoreboard.
Oh, no.
Side out.
She's going to think about that one. This is one that they would say, remember that shot.
But yeah, well, that's frustrating there because
8-7.
that should never happen.
Yeah.
A ball that goes to the back wall just happens to slightly touch the side left wall, and that makes it go
Look
out.
at that. Well, she went back.
Further.
She's in now.
Side out.
Yeah, you think it's
7-8.
sometimes going to wrap around and it ends up going straight.
We're talking about like a 20-foot difference.
Point.
And now we're tied at 8.
Together at 8.
8-8. Short.
I like when Ireland does that. The crowd's really into it
Second
and they're
serve.
clapping along. Their webcasting is pretty cool now. Get to
They're
watch
really
it.
good.
Yeah.
They've done their production's awesome. I like watching their stuff.
It's like
Wow. Do you see that laser
oh,
there?
yeah,
Point.
yeah. Ref should be standing up.
9-8. Short.
She
Second
goes
serve.
second serve. That's a good shot, I think. Oh.
Wow. Now
Side
that's
out.
one that you might want to circle on your scorecard. She had an opening there. She would be serving at 10-8. Instead, finds herself returning the serve 8-9.
But she's shooting
8-9.
like too high though on with that left. It would still come up and
Point.
here we go.
Now we're at 9-9. First time that Ciana
9-9.
has scored in probably 15 minutes. That's going to be another tough one.
Point.
I don't know what she's saying to herself, but didn't sound good.
10-9.
Especially missing it at that point. You know, it's kind of a crucial time.
Replay.
That's
Wow.
a good call, though.
She was able to get that ball back.
I don't know how she saw that ball.
10-9. Short.
Good call.
Second serve.
Did Ciana play in collegiates this year?
Yeah, I believe she won it.
Oh.
There it is.
Point.
Wow.
There it is, 11-9 now.
11-9.
Wow, she tried to go for
Side
that
out.
one.
And a timeout being
Timeout.
called here from Ashlyn
Timeout.
Reilly, who wants to get back into that server's box and score points like she did earlier. Did you notice a difference when Ciana was down 8-9 and then Ciana got that first point and she started just cranking the ball much harder than earlier, especially on her serve, pounding balls into that left wall. I mean, really picking up the power.
Yeah, she knows she needs to finish it right now, so she don't want to go tiebreaker, Ciana.
Watching the WPH Race for 8 Professional Handball Tour 2019. This is season number 8. Your best season yet, Marcos, where you finally made it after 20 some odd years off and on the Pro Tour. You made it into the top 8, and that some people might say, well, you know, I know guys are in the top. No, this is different. This is the race for 8 is quite different. It's harder to get in. You're playing multiple matches in the qualifier. I mean, you had to play so many qualifiers, and now you're getting the invite, which has to just feel good.
Oh, yeah. I'm
You're
just
on the
sitting
poster now.
around.
That also feels good. People,
Oh, yeah, that was
Yeah.
awesome.
people
It's
talk.
not going to be there forever, but, you know, it's a
Point.
oh, wow, she missed that one.
I
You know,
love-
but it was a great accomplishment, you know, and
Yeah.
you know how happy I was about that.
10-11.
You know, I was so happy I asked you to play with me in the Masters.
yeah, I know. I said yes before you could actually figure out that what the heck you were saying.
But yeah, I mean, you running this tournament and you know, this association along with the committee.
Side
and
out.
It's really you know, it's done some good things in my life where I get to travel and meet people and see the people that I used to see, you know, when it was a USHA back in the days with Vince and, you know, Chapman and those guys. So, you know, to still be able to play and, you know, see people like Tommy Little this weekend, that was really
that's
cool.
Awesome, right?
Yeah, you know, try to motivate him to start playing. You know, it's just never too late. But, I mean, you've done great things, and I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you. That was a miss hit that makes the front wall.
Look at that left.
Point.
That was the second miss hit that Aisling had during that rally that she didn't think was going to make the front wall. Both of them did. And she stayed in both, well, one of those rallies. The last one was teed off by Ciana. Oh, beautiful.
Side out.
See, she was missing those earlier. Now it seems like she's lifting her legs through it a little bit more and pushing it to the front wall. Now it's going
10-12.
in. This one's not over with.
No. I wouldn't say so.
It seemed like the last couple rallies that Aisling who just backs into that serve. I don't know if she got that directly from Nadia Alvarado Jr. or... No, we haven't seen Nadia play in what seems like a couple years. There's now 11-12 here. Do you think a guy like Nadia, who's been out of the game for almost 2 years, could come back and play on the senior tour and still be as good as he was?
11-12.
I think he can, but with him, it's all about if he has the motivation, like, to really
side out,
want to play, like, you know, so
something to prove.
Yeah, and at this point, you know,
12.
I don't see him really doing that.
I don't either, but he's the type of talent that if he wanted to, I guess he could.
Yeah, if he wanted to, and he really wants to put the effort in, and
side out.
That was an amazing shot right there.
Yeah, another back wall kill from her.
And if you miss it, then your opponent has the 13th point. Oh, that ball drifting away with a fist punch. It was like a reverse. That's tough.
Look at that get. That's a beautiful shot.
Oh, are you kidding me?
No,
Did she get it?
I don't think she got that. I don't think
that might have been 2 bounces, but that was pretty amazing. Side out.
Side out. I guess she got it then.
We'll see from here.
12-11.
That was amazing. Get one. There she got it.
Oh, my goodness.
Hold it. 12-11. No, the serve didn't count. First serve.
Boy, that ball that Ciana got was incredible. Aisling didn't, at the moment, didn't think that she had it.
I didn't think she had it either. But that replay really showed that she did.
Point.
That doesn't feel good. Let's hope that wasn't with a fist.
13-11.
This is where you need to execute those.
Yeah. She had been making those, so. Oh, that's a tough one.
Woo. Are you kidding me? That's a great shot there from Ciana.
14-11.
This is match point. 14-11. Ciana wins the first one 15-11 and goes down to one knee there to get that one. Slips and falls. Still goes for it. Misses.
That's the first dive we've seen.
Not sure if that was a dive or a slip, but I think she was going to dive either way and just slipped in the process.
11-14. Replay.
Ball, yeah.
Aisling doesn't need to play it that safe. She can actually
11,
guide that ball in
14.
about 3 or 4 inches high, I think. Just missed that. Ashley just missed that little open hand shot. If she would have just kept her hand back a little bit more.
She didn't really follow through either. I think that was the problem.
14-11.
But she really could have pushed that ball down the left wall if she would have just flattened her hand out a little bit more. Here it is, match point. That barely makes it again. And there it is. Ciana taking down Ashleen Reilly 15-11, 15-11, advancing now to the women's final tomorrow. And you see such good sports here. Both players kind of having a little smile. You're not seeing that over-aggressive competitiveness where the players come off the court crying or wanting to be in a fist fight. They're talking about a certain play. It's really pleasant to see, Marcos.
Yeah.
As Ciana gets the win, and now she's going to be in the finals here of the race stop in San Francisco. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Kara Mack.
Giving her a second to catch her breath a little bit. That one coming down to her still fighting back, not quite going away in the second.
Yeah, well, that's the reason Ashling has won as much as she has. She's won 3 World Championships, so she never gives up. She knows how to dig deep. Keep pushing. I was up 8-1 and she went up 9-8, so you can never know with Ashling. So delighted to get the win in the end.
What's going through your mind when that's happening?
I was just trying to put out that she's coming back, just thinking, get one and then you're on a roll. Just get one and then you'll be on a roll again. It's just working for every point, trying to keep out any distractions, like thinking about what if, just trying to stay in there with every point.
She's someone who you've seen play quite often, but as we said, only played her once before as far as a tournament goes. So does that make it easier or harder when you're in those situations, kind of take a deep breath, start all over?
I don't know really. She actually corrected me. We played twice because we played in the Irish Nationals and we played in the Worlds. So this is the first time I've beaten her, so it's kind of a bit of a breakthrough for me.
What do you feel like is working really well for you since you moved here, been in Minnesota playing quite a bit?
Well, I think first off, playing with that ball all the time is a huge help, and then playing consistent games, because everyone just kind of meets up at the court, and we have 2 great coaches at the university helping us out. Whereas at home you might be looking for a game once a week, whereas here it's 2 or 3 times a week.
Being in Ireland, though, your game may be a little bit different. Are you learning anything about the way people play here that you're pulling into your match?
Yeah, everyone here is a lot more offensive, 100% of the time, overhand, going for kills, whereas we'd probably be going for the ceiling or bringing it back on the overhand. So still working on that.
Yeah, did it help you at all in this one?
I don't know, I think sometimes I played it a bit safe. And Ashling is great off the back wall, so that didn't work in my favour. Whenever the ceiling came too far back, she was just killing it. So hopefully I'll improve that for tomorrow.
And you know who your opponent is for tomorrow, Katrina Casey. What do you know you have to go home to tonight, go back to your hotel, whatever, and prepare for?
Well, first just get a good rest now today, freshen up again, stay loose, and then tomorrow just play to win, don't play just to stay in there with her, just go for everything, give 100% till the end.
All right, best of luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Back to you guys.
Yep, thank you. Kara Mack there with our winner, Ciana, who is going to be in the finals tomorrow, and it's going to be a fun one. We had a really good match, if you recall, back in Tucson when they played in the finals there. Ciana was about ready to push Katrina into a tiebreaker, and I believe it went 16-14, and Casey ends up winning that. But for a moment, you said, well, Ciana's going to win this and push us into a tiebreaker where anybody can win. So it looked like that would happen. It just didn't manifest itself that way. So she certainly knows she can play with Katrina. We'll find out tomorrow, though. That's going to be at 10:45 a.m. Here, though, it's the men's semifinals as Luis Cordova and Killian Carroll face off. They're going to probably start in about 10 minutes. Marcos, want to thank you for stepping in.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had Chris Garrad, Linda Manning, Shay Lowenstein, Kara Mack helping out with the broadcast, and right next to me here, Marco Chavez. My name is Dave Vincent. We'll have more continuous coverage with ESPN3 and the Watch ESPN app from San Francisco as the Race for 8 continues. Men's semifinals with Killian Carroll and Luis Cordova next here on ESPN. Stick with us.
So Same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
It's Timothy Green's first day at school.
What's in there? He's about to fall over.
Anything he might need. There's a box of tissues on the bottom and some Band-Aids. There's a whole first aid kit, actually.
Mom, I can handle it from here.
You don't have to be perfect.
Have a great day.
That's too much pressure.
Have the day you have.
To be a perfect parent.
There are 2 people in the world who want you more than anything. They'll make some mistakes, but they will love you more than you can ever imagine.
There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.